Fast-rising pop artist JERUB has returned with a heartfelt new ballad named You and I, which is the first offering from his new EP, scheduled for release in March 2024. Out via independent label Elevate Music, the single follows what's been an incredible year for the 25-year-old singer-songwriter. Back in May, JERUB made a landmark appearance at the King's Coronation concert, which saw him open the show alongside Vula for a triumphant performance with Pete Tong's Ibiza Classics Orchestra, which looked absolutely fantastic and did sound fantastic as well. Showcasing your uplifting vocals to 20,000 invited guests, and it was streamed across the globe. JERUB's continued to flourish and has recently performed at Latitude and Great Escape Festival, as well as hosting a headline show at London's The Lower Third. This autumn, he's preparing to embark on a 30-date UK and European tour, supporting singer-songwriter JP Cooper. And JERUB joins us now. How are you doing, JERUB?
How you doing, Phil? I'm doing well, thank you.
Fabulous. Well, it's great to see you and have you on the show. Now, firstly, I must congratulate you on an immaculate performance at the King's Coronation concert, which looked and sounded absolutely fabulous. How did it feel being chosen to perform for this celebration show and being asked to be the opener?
Well, yeah, it felt really, really surreal, to be honest with you. I remember getting the call from my manager, yeah, I just couldn't believe it to start with. And as the weeks went by, it slowly sank in. But even whilst I was there, it was a very surreal experience. Felt really special, really honored to be there. Yeah, it was great.
And did you meet any of your idols when you were there?
I wouldn't say idols, but definitely met some incredible legends in the game, like Lionel Richie, Katy Perry.
Wow.
They were just so warm, and yeah, it was great to meet them.
And of course, I bet it was strange that you were opening the concert, and then we had Lionel Richie closing the concert.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was yeah, definitely a bill full of legends.
And how did you prepare for the performance, which had such a large global audience?
To be honest, you prepare for it just like any other show, because it technically isn't any other show, obviously. But you learn your lyrics, you learn your song, and you be professional, and you try your best to keep your poise, even if you are nervous.
Because was it like? Let's not think of maybe millions and millions around the world watching this, as well as probably the whole of the, Great Britain watching it as well. It was just like, let's just go out on that stage and let's just...
Yeah, you can't think about it too much. Even though there were 500 million people watching, you just kind of have to go out there and be in the moment.
That's right, and you certainly were, and it looked great. You looked very relaxed, actually, and the performance was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. I tried my best.
And then after, when George Ezra came on, there was a bit of technical problems, so I bet you're pleased that you didn't have those at the start.
Yeah, no, it was all smooth sailing.
Absolutely fantastic. And did you meet King Charles after the show?
I didn't, no.
You didn't? No, he didn't come round. No, he didn't. And he didn't come round at the start and say, do a good show. Good luck.
No, he didn't say that.
No, he didn't. Oh, well, I'm sure he totally enjoyed your performance in any case. And he probably can watch it on YouTube if he wanted to.
True. He could watch it again.
Now, let's go back in time. You were born in Nigeria before moving to Nottingham, age 10. Was music a big influence on your life from before coming to the UK?
Not as much. I think music kind of came into my life in a prominent way more in my teenage years than before I was 10. I listened to music. I listened to a little bit of music with my brother and with my parents, but it wasn't as much as me discovering it for myself when I was a teenager.
And are you from a musical family?
Not relatively. My parents aren't musical, but they've always encouraged me and my siblings to learn, music and piano and guitar. They've always been really, really encouraging of the music. Me and my brother were in a little group together when we were younger. So he's a bit musical. My youngest sibling, actually, she's quite musical. She's very talented, great writer. But I guess the children are musical in a way.
Yes.
But our parents aren't in any way.
No. And do you think you would do any collaborations with one of your sisters there?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see. Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll have to watch this space then.
Watch the space. Yeah.
Now, at school, were you musical, or did you do any performing there? Or did you save it for when you got home?
At school? Yeah, no, I remember being in like year 10, year 11. We sang a lot, and I did music, GCSE music. So
Wow.
we sang, and yeah, we always loved singing and playing different instruments at lunchtime and going into the music room and stuff. When I went to college, yeah, I'd spend a lot of time in the music room playing the piano, singing. Yeah.
I wish I did music, actually. I did media studies instead. And then all of a sudden...
I also did media studies.
Did you do media studies as well?
No.
Yeah, at school they said, I think they played a piece of music, and then you had to spot how many instruments were in the piece that they played. I got them all right, and then I spoke to the music teacher who was next door, and then the classroom next door who did music while I was in the media studies class, and he came through and he says, are you sure you don't want to do music? And now I wish I did, because I just, I love playing the music. Music's been with me from, it's like I was born with the microphone in my hand and a turntable with the records on.
Wow.
Wow, yeah,
so
yeah, it's
special.
like, it's yeah, but yes, it's really good that you did the media study side of things, because you'll have learned how to, maybe act on camera and things like that, and, perform maybe, as well as getting the musicality going.
It was more the Yeah, I mean, media studies for me was more like dissecting, pieces of media and film, and kind of, I created a little bit, but it was less about performance and more about, understanding and annotating pieces of art.
Now, can you tell us how things moved along after leaving education? Did you go straight into music, or did you do anything else?
Education, as in what form? As in
so did
school,
you
or
so when you finished did you go to college or anything after leaving school?
So I left secondary school, went to college. After college, I went to university, and after university, I did music. Yeah.
And have you done it? Did you have any Saturday jobs or anything?
Yeah, I've had a few jobs in my time. I worked for Speedo,
right?
The swim company. I worked as a sales assistant for a while. That was my first job. I worked for Costa for a little bit.
Wow.
Hated that. That's horrible. It wasn't very good. It's too high pressure. Lots happening at one time. I like to take my time. Yeah, I've had a few jobs.
Now, moving things along, you made an impact in 2021 as a finalist in BBC Radio 1's Live Lounge, introducing Talent Search, standing out from over 10,000 entries and receiving praise from members of the judging panel, including Arlo Parks and Tom Greenan. What was it like being recognised out of all these entries on this iconic BBC Radio 1 special feature?
Yeah, it was really, really cool. It was really cool. I kind of applied for it, not really knowing what it was, and I got an email from Dean Jackson, who's the BBC introducing kind of lead in East Midlands, saying, you know, I progressed to the next stage, which I think was like 500 shortlisted people, and
Wow.
then I got cut down to the top 5, which was really, really. I think looking back at that time, it was really a momentum builder in my music journey.
Because the BBC Radio 1 Live Lounge has been going for many years, and I've heard a lot of talent who have gone on there, and they also used to do on the red button on the television. You would be able to watch the people doing the live lounge as well, performing. Did you do a performance on there at all?
No, I didn't do the performance. So the winner got to do the performance. And the runners-up got their song played on Radio 1, and I guess a bunch of different opportunities as well.
Right, because maybe that's what they should do, you know. They should build things up. They should say, right, in 4 weeks' time, we're going to announce the winner, and then they could do live lounges for like a month or something, and then you could showcase lots of talent together. Everyone's getting the exposure, and then, you know what I mean? Maybe it's an idea there for BBC Radio 1.
You've got the ideas, mate. You should pitch it.
I should really, shouldn't I? Do you think I'd get some commission?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
You see all these things, you see, but you've been there and you've been on that live lounge there. So that's just amazing that you've, whittled down in the entries and had callbacks and things, you know, as it were, saying that, yeah. I mean, where did you ever end up getting?
What do you mean, sorry?
What position did you get to in the competition? Did you get in the final 500?
It was just final 5. Final 5, yeah.
Wow. That's absolutely excellent, that. Absolutely wonderful. Now, you supported Rhodes on his UK tour, and it was included on the official soundtrack for Amazon Prime's festive movie, Your Christmas or Mine, which also featured Maisie Peters, Sam Ryder, and Priya Raghu, to name a few. What was it like on tour, and did Amazon Prime give you a brief of what they were looking for their film Your Christmas or Mine soundtrack?
Yeah, the tour was really, really cool. It was my first tour that I'd ever done, and it was a short one. It was a small one, but Rhodes was very accommodating. Really, really, really nice guy. It was great audience, really, attentive audience, and I've actually now got a good friendship with Rhodes, which is great. Like, we write together, and he's such a good guy. And in regards to the film, the Your Christmas or Mine one, it was really cool. Last year, it was a very special one to be a part of. They gave a brief of what they were looking for, and obviously I worked to that brief, and I was just really happy to be a part of the project.
I know I haven't seen the film yet. I'll have to see it because I have got me.
Yeah, it's a good film. You should watch it this Christmas. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I bet it was nice seeing your name on the credits at the end and hearing your music in the film.
Yeah, it was really cool for my family to experience it as well. That was nice.
And you'll have that as a keepsake now. You see, you can go. Let's put
every year. Gonna have to watch it every year now. Yeah.
Definitely, yes. We'll have to get everyone doing that. That's called Your Christmas or Mine, and it's on Amazon Prime. There you go. That rhymes as well. So there you go. Now, in May 2023, you released the Finding My Feet EP with the focus track There Till the End being chosen as the BBC Radio 1 track of the week in June of 2023. With high praise from various BBC Radio 1 DJs, as well as various national TV outlets, including BBC One, ITV, Channel 4, getting behind you. It's a fabulous EP, and There Till the End is a very honest song with a great rhythm beat and guitar. Are the lyrics from personal experience?
Yeah, I think that the song itself is, for me, a message to. Um, for me, I wanted to write something that um, was kind of a message to the people around me and my friends, my family, who I love and really care about, to let them know
Yeah.
I'd be there for them, and also almost for others to be able to use that song and share that with their friends and loved ones, as a message to them as well. And it's been amazing to see the stories of people who have loved the song and really found it touching and moving, and has been such a keepsake for them and their families.
Now, your new single, You and I, from your forthcoming EP, which will be released in March 2024, has a very catchy piano opening, and you are carried by it throughout. What was the inspiration for the song? And please, could you tell us about what we can expect on your forthcoming EP in 2024?
The song "You and I" is it's really open song. It's very stripped back, which kind of reflects the meaning of the song and the heart of the song, which is, I'm realizing that life's too short to live guarded and
Yeah.
invulnerable. So, you know, you it's about opening your heart to love, and love in all forms. From friends and family and partners, and it's about opening your heart to love, and how love brings out the best version of me
Yeah.
and of all of us. So
Yes.
I wanted the song to reflect that story. And I guess the EP, you're gonna have to wait and see. It's a few songs that I've played live and I've worked on in the past few months, and I'm really excited about some of these songs. Yeah.
And do you have any future collaborations that you could tell us about?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know
Not
of
that I
yet.
know of.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay. I like to ask that question because sometimes I get the answer. So I like that answer though. Yes, not at
Yeah.
the moment. So you
Not at
never
the
know.
moment. Yeah.
Now, do you have any future projects or events you can tell us about?
So I'm currently on tour with JP Cooper. We're about to finish the UK arm of the tour. So we've got Birmingham and London next, and then going to Europe for the second half in October. So I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent. Now, the vinyl revival is upon us. So have you bought a vinyl record? And if so, what is it?
I've got loads of vinyls. I've bought more than one vinyl. I've bought um, a few different ones. Someone recently bought me one, which was, which one was it? It was an album that I really liked. It was Sampha's
Right?
album. I've got John Bellion's album. I've got Adele's album on there. I've got a lot of old school albums as well from old school artists, which sound better actually. The older
Yes.
ones sound better on vinyl. But yeah, vinyl's cool. I've got a good collection.
And which it would be if I came to your house now and you had the turntable there, which record would you play to me that would spark a nice memory in your mind and go, I love that one?
There's an album. I can't remember who exactly it is, but I bought it in a charity shop for about £1,
Fab.
and it's purple, and it's got a few classic songs on it, and one of the songs is Moon River, the
Right.
old
Yes.
the old school song. And
Oh, yes.
there's another one, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, as well, as on there. And just really, really nice. I really like that one.
Yeah, Moon River is a beautiful one. It's is it Danny Williams that's on there? Moon River.
Potentially.
Yeah, Danny Williams had a
Yeah.
big hit with that one, so maybe that's the one. But yes, that's a very good choice. That's an
Yeah.
excellent choice. That. Now, are you
Potentially.
releasing any music on vinyl?
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
But not yet, because I've heard
Yeah.
there is actually a bit of backup There's a bit of a queue there to get vinyl pressings done. The waiting list last time I
Yeah, it's
spoke to
very in
somebody,
demand. Yeah.
it was about 6 month waiting list because a lot of these,
Wow.
as we call them, record bakers, a lot of them actually closed down when the vinyl downturn happened in about 2003. And then now it's like, they've sold the lathes and everything. And it's like, what we're going to do. So, hopefully in the future, we'll be able to hear your music on vinyl because it does sound great. And I don't know what it is about the old vinyl.
I'd love to.
I don't know what it is about the old vinyls, but for some reason, it's something. They must be making them differently these days. Because also, I bought a record and I dropped it on the floor accidentally, a new one. It was a compilation 90s album. And then the next thing was put it on the turntable and had a tap on. And it had Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On. And it was going, because it had been scratched. But if you dropped, for example, you don't want to drop a Beatles record on the floor, but if you did, it wouldn't damage. Do you know what I mean? But don't try that at home, kids. But yeah, it's strange, that, isn't it? Must be the makeup.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So different material.
It must be cheaper. That's what it is. I don't know. Now, JERUB, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Please, could you introduce your latest single, You and I?
Hey, I'm JERUB, and this is my new song, You and I.
JERUB, all the best for the single and the EP, and I hope to speak to you again soon on the show. Would you like to come on again? Because it would be lovely to see you.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Thank you so much. That's fabulous. Much for having me.
No problem at all. Take care now. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Bye-bye.